The name BMW needs no introduction whatsoever. Years of experience and knowledge have led to this moment in time. A once-in-a-lifetime moment where we witness this, the Neue Klasse, the next generation. This is the all-new BMW iX3.
So what do I think? Well, I think it looks great. It still has the look of a BMW and it still has the feel of a BMW, and that to a brand is very important. They've used a completely new design language when they've brought the iX3 to life. And the front of it is visually stunning. That is a direct throwback to the Neue Klasse era of the 1960s, the tall, narrow kidney grilles. And what about the chrome accents? Chrome no more. They've now illuminated those areas that used to be chrome. Makes it look fresh and modern. Now remember, the iX3 is an SUV, and usually they have a lot going on the side, they're very busy. But this one, BMW, I'm amazed how they've designed this. There's hardly any hard edges on the side of this car, but it still has the SUV size and presence. Yes, you do have the boxy arches which give it a bit of a stance, but everything else is so smooth. And then we have these 22-inch alloy wheels. They look stunning, it's a bold design. Absolutely no complaints from me there. Now this is where you're going to notice one of the biggest changes in the design of the iX3. Like the front, the back has been completely transformed, and it's dominated by these enormous LED lights. Now that's a big, bold statement to use, but it works. I also like how it's very minimal on the back, but what we do have is that iconic BMW emblem right between those lights.
If you thought the exterior redesign was nice, then you're in for a treat inside. It's pretty special in here. Straight away up front you'll notice the new infotainment screen, which stands out and is driver focused. The futuristic looking steering wheel, which provides haptic feedback on the buttons. And of course, the super comfy M Sport front seats.
Let's talk about some of the tech in here, because there is so much and it's all new. They've introduced BMW Panoramic iDrive, and it's a bar that goes across the bottom of the windscreen and it's fully customisable. You can have up there your map information, your vehicle data. You can even have infotainment up there, as in what song you're listening to as you drive on the road. The BMW have introduced this to stop you looking down at that main screen, so you can keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel as you drive.
Everything feels so premium and high quality. The haptic feedback from the steering wheel, the centre console buttons, it really has all changed. And speaking of change, remember the round iDrive controller down here for navigating the menus? It's gone.
And more of the Neue Klasse can be found inside here. The dashboard, for example, it hugs the driver in the passenger, it's joined to the doors, but it's also got that kind of traditional two-step phase to it. It looks like it's come straight out of one of the 1960s BMWs. The seats as well, some of the finer detail in these super comfortable leather seats. The illumination of the M logo, which is just behind your head. It really is inviting to be sitting in here. It's got an enormous panoramic sunroof up there as well, which floods the cabin with natural light, and they've added climate comfort glazing to this. And that, one, blocks out the UV light, and two, keeps the cabin at a controlled temperature. Okay, once we're in the back here, huge amounts of space. And in lots of other EVs, your feet sometimes feel like they're sitting too high, but not in this one. That's to do with BMW's new clever battery technology, which we'll touch on later. But good headroom, good legroom, super comfortable seats in here, and they've got the same flow that they have in the front. They look kind of cool. As we see the boot just now, with a 40-20-40 split in the seats and through loading. Now you put the seats down, you get 1,750 litres of boot space, and that's a lot. The parcel shelf, well, that can be taken off and it can be stowed underneath the floor there. And we've also got some extra storage up front. Where? Well, in here. Front storage compartment for those all-important charging cables. And with 58 litres of space, there's a lot of room in there for other bits and bobs.
Being a new generation car, it's not just the looks that have been redesigned. This also features BMW's newest 6th generation eDrive technology. At the heart of it all is what BMW are calling the heart of joy.
What this essentially means is you have one supercomputer which controls the dynamic functions of this car. In other words, the electric motors, the steering and the braking. And having one computer do that means that everything works more in harmony and faster, giving you a better driving experience. So what's the figures? Well, the iX3 will arrive in the UK with the 50 xDrive model, and that features dual motors. It's got brand new battery architecture and a mammoth 108.7 kilowatt hour battery. It also comes with these. This is new cylindrical cell design batteries. You've also got 800 volt charging capabilities, and when you put all that together, you can get up to 500 miles of range. What about power? Well, it's got plenty. It's got 463 horsepower, and it'll do 0 to 62 in 4.9 seconds. Its top speed is 130 miles per hour, and remember, it comes as standard with xDrive. So what do I think? Well, I think it looks stunning. I really like what BMW have done because this is the first of a new era. This is the new Neue Klasse. I can't wait to drive it. That's another thing, to see what it handles like, to see what it feels like. Leave me some comments in the box and let me know what your reactions to this car are. I'm Duncan Vincent. This is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And until next time, safe driving.